We are now live. So, hello everybody. Last we left off, our Titan sent saints found themselves in a swamp, heading towards the area in the world of Narth known as the Frontier. The party found themselves in a place called the Murky Morass, a swamp filled with giant crabs and quicksand-like sinkholes and algae and just general nastiness. They had a fight with several very large crabs who threw a couple of the party members around like Barbie dolls for a bit. But when all was said and done, one ran away and the others were slain fairly easily. Members of the party gathered up some of the crab meat and made their way to a structure they could see to the southeast. Upon arriving at the structure, they found that it was the dead carapace of a crab that was even larger than the crabs that they had just been fighting. In fact, this thing was like huge, like where the face should be on the crab, there is a large set of reinforced doors with a heavy lock on them. And as the party was investigating this giant crab, they saw a familiar face to at least, well, I believe everybody but Gisela had met them. Feller Bayou, close friend and fellow Bard Guild member to Anna Kerr, a possum folk carrying around a banjo who just kind of shows up places. He gave them some information as best he could. He's kind of a guy that just does his own thing, you know, and that's why we all love him. But they found out that there is a few things weird about this place, that people get stuck here, having a hard time leaving, and that the people of Swamp Bottom, the nearby village of people who all are stuck here, they regularly hold contests to allow people to enter this giant crab carapace that they call Crab Holla. And the party, sort of like investigating what's going on here, realized that this is a Bia, but this Bia broke at some point. Instead of the energy flowing through this region naturally, it sort of like congregates and sinks in on itself. And that was the true nature of this morass. The party sort of discussed what to do, and I believe that when we last left, you were all gathering your things up after a rest to head towards Swamp Bottom to try and compete in the contest. Excuse me, I just sneezed. To compete in the contest, fighting giant crabs to potentially enter Crab Holla, where you believe is the actual Bia. You know, like every Bia has like a point that is like, that's the Bia. You all believed that Crab Holla was that for this region. Whatever's broken in here was inside. With that, we will pick up as everybody is sort of like gathering their things. You had a nice meal of crab meat and teas and whatever things you had on hand. Probably some apples. I know you all still have apples. But what would you all like to do, as it's about 4 in the afternoon, as you're all getting around after your short rest?
I think we stick to the road this time.
Yes, that seems ideal. Let us not wander off into the swamp.
Nor get sucked underneath the swamp.
Yes.
Above ground and dry sounds preferable.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a stark difference between what Onaker is used to living in and this. Graveheart as well, you know. But
This sucks.
as you all decide to stick to the road, you find that the road through here is pretty makeshift. In some places, it's like cobbled stone. In some places, it's like planks of wood, like over some just absolute garbage, like terrain. But it's definitely a lot more comfortable than wading through the swamp like you were. Because as I described last time we were all together, you were about knee, like almost ankle to knee deep in junk as you're just walking through this mess. You know, I'm sure as like you all are like having your short rest with Feller, you know, one of you finds like a leech on you somewhere or something, and it just nastiness. The road is much easier, and you
Here, let me burn that off.
you find it much easier to traverse, and you could probably make it to Swamp Bottom in about 2 hours. So at the point where you arrive at the small village of Swamp Bottom, it's about 6:10 in the evening.
I look around and take a first look and try and see if I can't discern if there are any, like, I guess, like, what would be the inn or the gathering area if there's people, because we've probably got to talk to somebody about getting involved with crab hunt.
So you all sort of make your way up towards this sort of like ramshackled little village of people. There's not a ton of people here, but they seem to fall into like two very like distinct categories of people. There are some like very like barbarian style like rough and tumble guys, and then there's a lot of like people that look like someone Valin knew a long time ago. They have like scraggly beards and they look very disheveled, moss in it, you know, like just they look like they're becoming one with the swamp. Some of them wear like floppy hats, and you know, a lot of them seem to be passing. A lot of the people that look very disheveled seem to be passing around these bottles with a little like crab symbol on them. The label is written in Goblin. Does anybody speak or read Goblin?
No.
I don't think I would. Nope.
To be honest, of all the people here, I would have expected John's character possibly to be, because goblins are some of Salamander's followers.
I mean,
Do they speak anything else other than Goblin?
I'll be like, unless they're celestial.
It's just important for the label. So nobody's able to read the labels, but they're passing around bottles of this slosh that it's like a weird, almost like green ichor looking nastiness.
I was about to ask, does it look like chunky?
It looks like it could be some kind of alcohol. But it has like it's that kind of alcohol that has a sort of like syrupy consistency, you know. There's the like rough and tumble people are all wearing like armor made out of crab carapace. A lot of like axes. Some combination of these guys is like working together to like make a meal for everybody here. But it's not a big place. There is one person who stands out starkly amongst the rest of the group. There is a little mouse folk, a little brown mouse with big round glasses and a tattered blue cape. She looks like she's sitting at like this makeshift desk, looking like just stumped at a pile of papers in front of her. This is the first time, Mika, you've seen a mouse folk that is not from your home.
Ooh, a friend of yours, Mika?
And it's not someone I would know in passing or anything, right?
Nope, they're clearly from a different village or borough.
No, I don't know them at all. Never seen them before, I don't think.
You still want to go say hi to them?
I'll walk up and I'll wave and I'll say hi. It's interesting seeing like another mouse folk out here.
She like jolts up a little bit, like as she's been staring at these papers as you walk up, and goes, "Oh, yes. Are you all new to the Morass?"
Well, yes, we are.
I am.
Encore looks like a very upset lizard just looking around. His skin is too moist.
Lizard.
Lizard.
Huh.
Lizard.
Lizard.
The little mouse lady offers a hand to Mika and says, "I am Long Whisker Storytale. I was from Bogsboro, but I got caught here in the morass studying the place when the Eliticians built the wall."
Lithicians.
Yeah,
Would my character
Does
know
one
who they
know
are?
who they are?
the Elitis. I think Gisela would know the name, but you're not super familiar with them. They were like a small-time enemy faction back in the day for Salamander.
Okay.
But you know, like, you would know that they have like crazy ass weapons, and that was the thing that made them like stand out and an actual threat, is that they had what you fucking had it. They have guns, so like that's like they have advanced technology. That's their whole jam. Like, you don't know a lot about it. Like, the details are very vague, but like you were aware of the weapons that they had that made them an actual threat.
Okay.
Two other members of the party are aware of who they are. Anakur and Valin have had run-ins with them in the past. They are a race of a group of humans that have something up with them, that they look like they're like dragonborns, kind of, but like not right. Like they were very clearly humans at one point. It's weird. But the thing that has stood out for Anakur and Valin about them is that they have killed members of the group before and seen them come back.
I don't know much about these people, but I do know that they have advanced weaponry.
Yeah,
I've never faced them myself.
they're able to melt down and kind of like empower the the ones that are more important. We fought one of their big boss guys trying to take control of a Bia, but we beat them and turned the Bia in my favor, and I think they might be up to something similar, going to areas that have a strong energy like that. Because I mean, coming to a place like this, it's feasible that it might be one of their best chances to grab a lot of energy in a kind of condensed area.
Yes. It sounds like we should keep an eye on them and be very on guard around. They're very dangerous.
Storytale chimes in and says, well, they built the wall here to stop the morass from spreading.
Interesting.
I don't know of these Bias you mentioned, but whatever's going on here in this land was spreading to the east. They built a wall and it sort of stopped it, but nothing, from what I've heard, nothing grows on the other side of the wall.
They could be trying to keep a area protected from the morass.
I think you're onto something.
I'm on the ground.
You know what?
What I do.
You're being real smart.
On a core looking like a brain dead lizard. I don't know if smart's the correct word.
Smart ass.
You do seem
He's not the only one.
You do seem to have the group brain cell at times. I'm
Lizard.
gonna have to make a lizard sticker for the chat.
Did I hear the right word in that comment?
Lizard?
No, but before that,
Lizard.
the group.
What group? What?
Someone said
Like
something.
we have one
You
brain
seem to
cell?
be the group. I heard group incel.
Oh, brain cell. I said
Oh.
you do seem to have the group's brain cell most of the time.
I'm so glad I misheard that.
Yeah, I don't think, considering that he's the one that technically has a girlfriend, I that definitely isn't right.
I didn't think so.
You know the Jeff Foxworthy joke, like, this is your sign? This is your sign that I have the brain cell. This is it.
Sometimes.
You know, that was the player having an auditory processing disorder moment.
For sure. All right. So yeah, you've got a bit more information here that they built the wall to stop this thing from spreading. But it's also one of the things that's keeping you all in here.
Maybe over.
Well, I know I'm prepared to deal with that wall if this crab contest doesn't look out all it's supposed to be. Are you familiar with crab contest? Little mouse person. What's your name again? Sorry, I didn't hear it from up here.
Long Whiskers Storytale.
Nice.
I've been studying the morass for 8 years now.
Did you say 8 years?
Yeah. Ever since they put up the wall.
That's a long time. Must be an expert by now.
You'd be surprised.
How are you on crabs?
Seems to be one of the only things thriving here, other than the cattails and algae.
So, in your amount of time you've been stuck here, have you noticed anything strange about the area?
Well, from what we know, magic doesn't work here. Well, not all of the time. Sometimes it works. It's dicey. But most people here
learned
try
that
not
the
to
hard
cast spells. The other thing that we've found is that if you try to walk towards the edge of the swamp, you tend to find yourself back in the middle.
Oh.
Like, it resets you, or you just end up there?
Haven't figured that out, really. Could be some Fey nonsense. Who knows? My going theory is that something about the morass is drawing things in, like it's trying to consume energy.
Interesting. Very interesting. And in all my time, I've never experienced. My character's never experienced anything like that, right?
Yeah, no, you've never seen a bia explode. You have like, I don't remember what I said it was here when you like went into your slumber, but like between the info you've gathered and what you remember, this place has been like under Gnome's control, Undyne's control.
Yeah, you did tell me that.
It was under Sylph's control at some point, like, and this swamp nonsense just seems to be a conglomeration of all that element.
All the different magics and control that have been forming in it.
Yeah, somehow them shifting the Bia too much is what did this.
Okay. Yeah, I remember you told me that 2 sessions ago. I just needed a little refresher. Thank you. Something's going on here.
This mouse girl, though, no idea what you like immediately, like, she's got no idea what a Bia is. She's got no idea about all your god shenanigans, so.
I lean over and hold out my finger to try to shake her hand and thank her for the information and her help.
She's about the same size as Mika, so like she could like shake your hand. She's like halfling size.
Then I reach out and shake her hand and thank her for the information. Thank you for the information. You've been very helpful.
She shakes your hand, and you know her glasses sort of slide down her face as she's shaking your hand, and then she immediately like pushes them back up afterward. Yeah, if you have any information for me, or you know, if there's anything else I can help with, everybody's just kind of trying to figure out how to get out of here. You were asking about the crab thing, their contest, the Crab Holla Brawla.
Yeah, I'm gonna act like you just didn't say the name of a cartoon show.
I don't know what it means, but Uh, yeah, they the more rough and tumble people here, they go out and they capture the largest of the crabs that they can find, and then they have contests where people are supposed to fight them unarmed. And every time they get like a bigger one and somebody kills it, that person's allowed to go into their crab holla sanctuary down the trail. Um, Anybody that goes in doesn't come back out.
No.
And why do they keep this willing to go in there if no one comes out?
Everybody's looking for a way out of the swamp. You
Now,
go
is it?
somewhere- You go somewhere and you don't come back, people just assume that you made it out, you know?
Now, is it only one person at a time, or say, if you had a group of people working together to take out the crab?
It's one person at a time, and they make you fight it without weapons, which means, like, no swords or any of that, and no magic. In fact, I don't know if you've heard, but the magic is completely banned here in town, so don't try casting anything.
Good to know. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely learn that lesson outside when we came in.
So you've seen firsthand, yeah, the wrong thing and this whole town's gone, you know?
That does change some things. Let's see, so
I mean, we were nearly gone one time from a spell.
I saw what I would assume to be an average-sized giant crab manhandle you like you were a pet store display bird. You without your weapon against one of those things might not turn out any better. It might be okay. I'd never know how fighty and scrappy you are. You have hollow bones. I don't know. So I don't know if the crab fight plan is still a plan, but there is a wall. But there is a lot of energy coming out of Crabhola, and that place seems like a place that we need to check out.
The little mouse sort of like leans in, because I assume you're all kind of like around her little desk right now, and she like looks around to make sure nobody's close by to listen, and I'm just going to roll a stealth check for her.
She's robbing us.
Plus, that's good. Okay. She kind of leans into Anakur and she goes, "Look, I'm just as curious as you as to what's going on.
Excuse me.
It seems like you kind of came here to figure out what's going on, right? Maybe we can help each other out."
I don't know how to whisper in this voice.
So, are any of you at all stealthy?
One second, let me check my character sheet. Out of character. did not say that out loud.
I'm going to lean. Did she ask us? Did the mouse ask us in game? Or in character?
Her and Anakura are kind of like whispering back and forth at the
Oh,
moment.
okay.
She
I thought she
heard,
asked us all.
yeah, she heard Anakura say something that sort of like clicked with her, you know.
That's
Over
good.
the table, John. Nothing you tell me will make me believe you're stealthy.
No, I was
Valen,
gonna tell her I'm not stealthy.
no, Valen also not.
Yeah,
Graveheart
not even
has
try.
the what is it, all the makings to be stealthy, but no. I think Mika's probably our best option for stealth here. I have a +5 in stealth, so I'm decent.
I'll tell you, in my other campaign, I am playing another paladin, and I critted on my stealth roll, and the rogue failed.
It's the way the world works sometimes.
So I want you to know that has happened.
That's exactly what I meant, Graveheart. That's exactly what I meant. You have all of the makings of a stealth, but stealth has not been your forte. That's just in my experience.
Ironically, it
I
seems
have
like
a
Androx
+8,
was the
so
stealthier. What was that,
Uh-huh.
Mika?
Yeah, I've got a decent ability to sneak, but I know at least two of my compatriots in my group are much more inclined on the stealth area. Please don't look at the one with the big flaming wings, and don't look at the one with the big white wings either. They're not the ones that I'm talking about.
She nods and goes, well, if one of you could sneak into, and she instead of pointing, like uses her head to like nod at a hut. She goes, if you could sneak somebody in there, there's a key in probably either a desk or a like nightstand or something, who knows, but there's a key somewhere in there, and that key will unlock the doors outside of Crab Hollow.
All right, thank you. I think a stealth, somebody sneaking in, and maybe a little bit of a distraction might help. I'm going to then like kind of pull in the rest of the group and kind of like go over, like, if they didn't hear everything, quietly go over what man, I'm never gonna remember this character's name. I apologize. I just keep wanting to say long tail, but I'm like, no, it's like long story or something. I don't know what.
Long Whiskers.
Storytell.
Long Whiskers Storytale.
Storytale.
Long whiskers. Okay, I'm going to remember that.
Remember this. You'll
Well,
need it for later.
and after going over long whiskers plan, what the idea that they gave, I think that whoever whoever thinks that they might be able to, of Graveheart and Mika, which of you two think that you would be more inclined to stealthing into a place and stealing a key from a desk to open up a crab mouth?
Graveheart turn to Mika.
I guess I can do it. I could try. I'm small, and I'm also light on my feet.
I've seen you work your way around the battlefield pretty nimbly, so I think that you've got a pretty good chance at this. And don't worry, I'll be a distraction. Nothing like a good amount of
Bar fight.
overbearing harp music to really make people not want to pay attention to a hut.
Now remember, no magic.
All I'm doing is playing a harp, all right. Whether or not the magic happens, that's up to the big old God himself, all right.
All right. Oniker's gonna play his harp then.
Yep.
Where you want to post up for that?
Someplace that would be like not necessarily centralized, but in an area that would keep people's eyes away from the hut. So kind of in the opposite, facing the away from the hut, essentially. So everyone's backs will be to it, if anybody is facing in that direction necessarily. But I just want to bring people into a center point to not have them wandering
Yeah,
or looking around.
There's kind of like a cooking pit in the center of like
The little town, makeshift town.
Like all of the huts sort of surround it. Like they're not like it's not like a circle or anything. They're all over the place, but like it's very central to it all. It's like everything's just kind of like worn down, walked over. There's like boards here and there. Like they do everything they can to keep the water out of like where they're living. But like the pit where there's like eating and cooking happening seems to be a very central point.
Okay. And I will set up and kind of I'll switch between my pan flute and my harp, but start it off with the pan flute first, because I think that'll be a better way to get people's attention. Kind of like a whistle.
And I won't be directly like near the cap or the hut, but I'll be keeping an eye out at the to make sure no one extra goes in, so we can like try to get the distraction.
Huh. Half the
Makes
songs
sense.
I had for Oniker seem to be broken. I don't know what I did.
It's the Morass. It happens.
It ate them.
Delicious music.
It was the crab. The crab stole them from him.
All right, so Oniker, go ahead and give me performance. I will say Mika, stealth at advantage. And then
21.
Gisela, why don't you give me a investigation as you're keeping an eye out for Mika.
My Lord in Christ. I hate this much.
Fucking Oniker starts playing music and you're like, holy shit, I didn't know he could do that.
I'm staring at a wall. I'm like, yes.
Okay. So.
Is Bardic Inspiration still a feasible thing I can use, or is that count as magic?
I will say that it does not count as magic.
Okay, I'll give Mika Bardic Inspiration. I'm not wasting it on that 3.
Alright, Mika, you do have Bardic
It's a
Inspiration.
D10. Let me throw it up. Like gang signs or something. I don't know. Sorry.
Gang.
There you go. Mika should have it now. And you should have a little thing on there that says inspiration roll you can click in the chat.
There isn't a thing to click on it, but I can roll a d6.
Yeah, it's a D10.
It's a D10.
Or a d10.
Either way works for me.
Really?
All right, Mika, you start attempting to sneak into this hut. It's like a bunch of planks. There's like various swamp grasses thatched together for the roof. And like the door is sort of like just a plank of wood like leaning across the entry. Do you want to describe how you sneak in?
I'm doing a bunch of barrel rolls. No, unnecessarily. No, I'm just, looking around and I'm getting as low as possible and trying to get into the area. And I'm looking around if there's anyone or anything watching or in the area that could catch me. And I'm just trying to be careful.
Okay. As Anakur is like playing some music by the place that people are eating at, there's like a guy ladling out chowder for people, and everybody seems to sort of like gathered around. Like some people are tapping their feet and stuff, and you lightly lift up the board leaning against the entry and then set it down softly behind you as you move into the building. And as you cross the threshold into this like dusty, damp, dank space, there's very little light inside, just the light coming through like the thatched roof above. And you can see there's like a little table in one corner. There's a small table next to the bed. Everything sort of seems to just be like hodgepodged together out of odds and ends, like almost like everything's driftwood. And there's like more thatching, like almost like tatami style of like the grasses have been woven together and like laid across the floor, but it is just nasty, dirty from people walking in and out across it. The table in the corner has a few papers on top of it, and then in like the front corner to your left, there's just this huge axe covered with the same kind of blood you saw come out of the crabs you fought previously, just dried on.
And I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna look at the axe and think, man, they should be cleaning that off and oiling that well. And then I'm gonna go and I'm look around the papers to see if there's if maybe just a key just left there on the table.
All right, you go and you glance over the table. There's sort of a map of the Morass. There's like a task list. There's something else written in Goblin that you don't really understand. And then like you see one of those bottles as well on the table that I had described previously of that like Icarus alcohol. No key on the table though.
No key on the table.
Is there anything to note about the map that we don't have on ours?
There's nothing that they seem to know that you don't. There's like there's some like more detail around the wall on like where the elitist troops are camping there. But otherwise it seems to be about what you know. It's like they definitely know a lot less than you.
Okay. I was kind of specifically looking for like crab. Like if there was like heavy crab, like if maybe they put like this is where the crabs are, or they're really heavy here, or
yeah, I mean like he's got some hunting grounds listed on there. If those are of interest to you, like like out here, it looks like they go to like hunt the big ones.
okay. I'm just basically looking for something that's like, oh, man, I'm gonna say, hey, we should avoid going in that direction.
Yeah, it looks like when you guys came in and traveled from the like road through the swampy mess that you did, you were traveling through the worst of it.
Did you say if there was any desks or anything, like wood drawers, or something that had like shelves?
It almost seems like this table is like what this guy uses as a desk. Like it looks like he writes here. He also probably eats here. Like his like you I imagine that you like hop up on his chair to like look over all this stuff on the table, and like as you're standing on the chair it like wobbles a little and everything. Like he doesn't have anything fancy, but the table that is next to the bed seems to have a drawer on it.
Okay. Before I move from the spot, I kind of want to look under the table and see if there's like anything hidden, like maybe a hidden shelf or a hidden, like maybe a hook or something for a key.
Give me an investigation at advantage. Alright, you start like poking and prodding around, because you know nothing's jumped out at you so far. And as you like go to feel underneath the table to see if there's anything there, you find a little like secret compartment, and as you like undo the latch on it, a silvered dagger falls down in front of you to the ground.
Interesting. Does it look like it's just a normal dagger, or?
It's pretty ornate and very fancy. You imagine it might have been hidden here because it's one of the nicest things in the area, and everybody's trapped here.
Hmm.
Oh, do you die when you're out of combat for too long, Arne?
I'm going to resist the urge of pocketing it and put it back in there and lock it back up. Because I'm not here to like steal. I'm here just, yeah. I have a specific mission.
Haven't gone full rogue yet, and I'll say with your 18 that like you know you go over to the like the desk next, or not desk but like table next to the bed, and like pull out the drawer, and there's like a journal in there. There's some like cutlery and a bowl, and like you sort of like fiddle around in there and you find like a key, like a really big nasty looking rusty iron key at the very bottom of the drawer.
Well, that looks promising, and I'm going to pick it up and try to like pocket it or hide it out of the way.
Okie dokie, yeah, you grab it and you like put it at the bottom of your bag, so it's sort of like hidden and out of sight. As you like pick it up and get a good look at it, the like teeth or whatever you call them on the key at the very end almost looks like a crab claw.
Ooh, that's pretty.
But you have obtained your key.
All right, well, I'm gonna try to sneak back out.
Alright, as you make your way back out, go ahead and give me another stealth at advantage. All right. So imagine, you make your way out. Annika is still playing music. Gisela is like lost in thought, leaning against the wall next to like where you went into the building. Graveheart and Valin, what have you been up to?
I've been trying to make sure no one in the group is heading toward the tent.
Okay.
Helping all.
Sorry, go ahead, Valin.
Oh, I was gonna say I am just dancing to the music as like another form of distraction in a way.
Okay, go ahead and give me a performance check, Valin, and then Graveheart, go ahead and give me an perception or investigation.
Probably gonna be better than mine.
Hey!
Right.
I rolled something that wasn't absolute ass.
Yeah, so
I
like
wish I could say the same.
Graveheart like goes to like a building like almost opposite of Gisela, and like you sort of like post up and start watching as well. You actually like see Gisela trying to do the same thing, but then like get lost in thought or whatever. And you watch as Mika makes her way in, and everybody seems to just be really focused on her. You see everybody really drinking heavily that like liquid that I previously described, and they all seem to like they're like wah, like raging almost, and I'm sure that like the energy is probably even a little uncomfortable for like Annika, even though he's like used to like performing for crowds and shit. Like it's like, okay, this isn't that kind of music.
We haven't invented heavy metal yet?
Damn.
Not with a harp and a pan flute, I don't think.
No, I traded my drum.
We need to get you one of them.
Traded my drum to a
guitars.
clown.
Is this lore?
Yeah,
Yep.
I traded my hand drum and my old flute that I had for the pan flute.
This was a canon event.
I still have clown face paint in my bag that I also traded for
There may
from a clown.
there may or may not have been a hag involved.
Yes.
And a time period.
Sometimes.
Everybody make sure you're drinking water. Alright, so Valin, you like attempt to, like you like everybody watches, like everybody's like on the lookout or whatever, so like you see Valin attempting to dance, and thankfully the crowd is very intoxicated with whatever they're drinking, like, and it just like passes by everybody else, but like Valin is like like doing this like really weird like formal dance that just doesn't fit in with anything. It probably fits the music better than anybody else's dancing, and she probably looks a little confused too while she's doing it. But like, yeah, she doesn't help contribute to the distraction, but her dancing doesn't stand out at least. And as all of this is happening, Mika, you're able to make your way back out of the building with the key in tow. And you feel like you haven't been noticed.
I've seen her.
I'm just going to try to slip away and get as close to the group as possible before acting normal.
The secret to stealth is acting normal no matter where you go.
Once I notice Mika, like, kind of like back near the group and away from the shed, I'll start to like bring it to the end and finish up my performance.
And then I'm going to go, woo, like everybody else is.
Yeah, as you draw your music to a close, Anakir, go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Fan of that. Let's see. Dexterity saving throw, you say?
Yes. You wind up your music, you like do your normal bard thing where you like do the flourish at the end, and some guy goes, fuck you, and then a fucking bottle smashes you against the back of the head and you take 2 damage.
Why am I picturing Barney from The Simpsons?
Bar fight?
You know, I would have thought it was an old woman who threw that beer bottle at me. Pansy.
Yeah, there's a lot of grumbles from the crowd, and like everybody starts to disperse, and like a few people are nearby. They go to eat, like they were already there eating or whatever, so they like go back to eating. But everybody else kind of like seems to go back to whatever they were doing. And you watch as the building that Mika came out of, there's a very large, large man. His skin almost seems to be like tinted green, like the algae's growing on him, that goes back into that building. You assume he is the chief here.
Well, Anakor is now going to clean the blood off the back of his head from getting hit with a beer bottle, and then go and see if our impromptu heist was successful.
Well, shiny.
Without saying anything, because I don't know who's within earshot, I'm just going to shake my head. in the affirmative.
Alrighty. Then Anakor is going to. I'd assume. Let's go talk to our informant. Find some place quiet to go over the plan. Trademark.
So you all head back to Long Whisker's desk, and she's kind of like shaking a little bit as she looks at you, sort of like excitedly, just wide-eyed little mouse. Do you have it?
I think we should take this conversation somewhere a little more private. You know any place nearby?
If you have what we talked about, we need to get out of here as soon as possible.
All right then. Well, let's make as soon as possible now.
And she puts her bag to like one side of the table and just like runs her arm across it, and all of her like scrolls and papers and quills, and there's like a bottle of ink that falls on the ground. She just like shoves it all in her bag, slings it over her back, and like hops off the desk and like starts walking.
Let's go, team.
All right.
Let's go, team.
We follow.
Excuse me.
As you're all following her, she's like power walking out of town, she's like trying to look inconspicuous, but like she's a she's a scholarly person. Like this is not her wheelhouse. So like she's like hustling a little bit. I'm sure you all like have to like move a little bit to like keep up with her, because she's not like jogging, but like she's like just under that, you know. Yeah, she just kind of beelines towards Crab Holla, looking back every now and then to make sure that you're all following, and like looking around like all over. She just looks on edge as soon as she's like away from town and there aren't eyes on her. Like you could tell she's nervous. But yeah, was there anything you all wanted to do on your way there, or?
I kind of want to like do some like insight check on her, because like Valen doesn't know how to exactly feel about this. Like Valen wants to like see if like she has like ulterior motives.
All right, go ahead and give me an insight check. So as you're like watching her, you don't think that anything that she's said to you thus far has been a lie, but you can tell that like she is not like, she's never been a thief before, probably, and like this is like new territory for her as a person. Like she's just very on edge.
Valen just like shrugs and puts that thought away. Then
you imagine that the fear is coming from potential reprise from the big scary man you saw back at the village.
I guess he's seen some shit that he has done to people who break the laws.
Yeah, and
What kind of laws does Crab Village have?
well, you did sort of break their like sacred ground shit. But if that's all anyone wanted to do, you all make it back to the crab at we will say about 7:30. And as you make it back, you find Feller's stuff is all gone. His campsite isn't here anymore. He's moved somewhere else himself. But she runs up to the like door against the face of the crab and like starts patting on it. And she goes, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe it."
Easy there now. We still don't know what could happen from this action.
Yes, but the discovery of it, the scientific discovery, it's sorry, I'm just very excited.
I completely understand. The only thing I worry about is you putting the scientific discovery over your own life. And your life is precious.
But yeah, you're all in front of the huge reinforced double doors at the front of this insanely large crab carapace. A big rusty crab-shaped lock hangs from the doors, sort of bolting them shut together.
Where everything goes. It's
I'm gonna pull out the key and
I'm sensing
kind
a
of
theme.
show it to everybody.
I'm sensing a theme. I think they've got crabs on their mind.
You said you were handing the key to somebody, Mika?
I pulled it out and I was kind of just like held it up and, just for everybody to see it. Anybody who wants to use it, they can.
I think you should
I'd rather
do the
someone
honors.
big try it out. Okay.
Should we look for
I shrink into myself after you said that, and then I'll walk up and try to unlock the door.
So yeah, Mika, you put the key in the lock, and it turns fairly easily, but like you sort of have to like crank it, and there's a loud thunk as it like lets go of the latch, and like swings, and you're able to like remove it from the door, and okay, yeah, and as the like latch is removed, the doors quickly like fly inward, and you all can now see into this crab carapace. In the center of it, there's this like black dot, something that just blots out all vision, and the room sort of whips and whirls around it as everything sort of like pulls into that dark sphere.
Do we have any non-magical light sources?
Yes.
And like as you all see it, the little mouse that is here with you just goes, "Wow."
What is it?
Can I use some form of perception or something to see if, like, can I, like, try to glean at all what it could be?
Arcana or religion, I'd imagine.
Okay.
You kind of sit and do the magical math real quick on it, and you're like, this is probably the Bia. Like, this is what a broken Bia manifests as.
This is our ground zero. This is where the Bia was. Or, well, in some way, technically still is. It's just shattered.
How black is the orb?
The sphere is so dark that it's almost like it cuts your vision itself out. Like there's like nothing. It almost pulls everything you can see around it into it vision-wise as well. Like this thing just looks like it's almost like there's a hole in reality that is trying to suck reality into it.
So if we walk in, we'll eventually hit an event horizon?
I don't know.
Lynn pulls out an apple from her bag and she just rolls it on the floor.
It rolls about halfway there before it lifts up into the air and starts swirling around the room really fast, and then goes into the sphere and is gone.
Okay, so up into a certain threshold, it sucks things in. Was Valin able to pay close enough attention, like how many feet or inches from the doorway the apple gets sucked at?
It looked about halfway between where you are and where the sphere is that it lifted off the ground.
Is that... And that halfway is enough for one or several people to be able to like fit in and like kind of hug the wall?
I mean, you haven't gone into the room, so it's very hard to say like what effect it's gonna have on you.
Oh, well, and she like pulls out tiny Yastole and like pretty much just push her in a place where she can get to her full form. Not in the room though.
Okay, yeah, you place the little idol of Isolde down, and it grows into a unicorn, like one of those little toys that you put in water, but like immediately, and the mouse just goes.
Don't worry. She might allow you to ask questions later. Right now, I have some questions. And she like looks up to Isode, like, hey, we ran into a peculiar item, and we don't know what to make of it.
She looks at the sphere floating in the center of the crab carapace. She looks at you and she goes, item is an interesting choice of word for that. But that is a broken bia.
Is there... I'm just wondering if there's a way that we can either fix this or just be able to enter the room without getting stuck in.
What happens if you go into the hole? Do you never come back again?
Anything that goes into it would be converted into the same energy that flows through the ley lines. In an attempt by the Bia to repair itself. This one has consumed many souls.
What if we got a bunch of crabs and sent it through?
I don't think we have time to get into the theology of whether or not crabs have souls.
Do crabs
Well, they have
souls?
essence.
Hey Google, do crabs have souls?
Hey, Annika, real quick, could you remove your target from Mika? Thank you.
So, Graveheart is looking around for something to tie
Something to tie... You cut out.
a rope to.
I mean, there's plenty of little spikes and spines coming off of the crab carapace here and there. You know, I'm sure that you could find something.
Okay, I would like to find one and then tie one end of my 50 feet of rope to it.
Okay. So you find a spine, I'm assuming near the door, sort of?
Yes, yes.
You go about tying rope around it. What's the battle plan here?
I'll tie the other end around me.
Okay. Then I guess go ahead, survival check. Right on. Okay. Next move.
Since someone suggested going around the inner wall, I will try inching into the door and see if it starts to suck me in.
Yeah, as soon as you step across the threshold, you can feel it pulling you.
Feels like I need to make some sort of wisdom check. Yeah, no, I try to go around the outside wall, or outside of the inner wall, and hugging.
Go ahead and give me strength saving throw.
Ooga.
Yeah, so you're able to sort of like trail around the outside edge. No matter where you go, as long as you're inside of this thing, it is pulling on you. And the longer you're in here, the weaker you start to feel.
Yeah.
And as more of your rope starts to come in, the thing starts to tug at that too, and your rope sort of whips and flails in an almost invisible wind.
I will attempt to make my way back out now.
Okay, I'll say you're able to make it out safely without much issue. You just sort of like pull your rope and make your way back out.
I wouldn't advise going in there.
And Long Whisper just sort of says under her breath, "To think they've been feeding people to it."
I mean, you said that the people think this is an exit. I mean, it technically is stored away, but not in the way. I I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know nothing about the culture in at Swamp Bottom.
It's basically a sacrificial altar.
Well, they
But
thought
are
they were
there?
they thought they were sort of ascending or like going someplace perfect or something, but like this is like weird and twisted by comparison.
Now, were they being
mean-
told that they were? Who told them this?
That's just sort of always been the culture here as long as I can remember.
So it's just been passed around by everyone then?
Yeah, I imagine the people here just sort of like had their own mythology about the whole thing. Who can say?
Maybe if we fill it up with water, it'll close its mouth.
I don't think that would be the solution.
Anyone got a giant cork?
Pulls out
Actually,
comically
guys,
large
I
cork.
would like to try something. But first I want to run it by you guys.
What would that be?
I kind of want to give it a shot to pray to Titan and see if anything, if the orb like reacts in a way.
It wouldn't hurt. As long as you don't get too close to it.
Like,
Oh.
same here.
Yeah, I won't get any closer to it than the entrance from, well, to outside to inside. If she said that, she starts gathering up a few things. She grabs some incense out of her bag. You can imagine she put the blanket on the ground. She uses uses a pillow to put the pillow onto the blanket, and she sits on her knees, and then with the symbol of Titan right in front of her and a couple incense burning, she starts praying to Titan.
Okay. Are you just doing a normal prayer, or?
Yeah, normal prayer, because magic is a little wacky here.
You pray, but it's like any other prayer.
You guys mind if I try some magic? I mean, you guys can step away from me if that'll give you a sense of safety.
I think I'll stay a little bit close just to make sure nothing too bad happens.
You want to wrap a rope around me just in case?
That might be a keen idea.
More
As
than
long
one.
as you're willing to take this risk, it's a bit of a gamble.
It is, but there's people here are trapped. They've been risking their lives for God knows how long. Okay, I already used Radiant Soul earlier. Can I use Channel Divinity with Divine Intervention? Oh, wait.
Channel Divinity is like turn undead and stuff.
I have a hard time remembering if it can be used for other things, but it's like Valen starts praying again, and this time it's like more of like a sing song type of prayer as like this glow start like outlining her body as she uses divine intervention, and she prays more fervently to Titan.
All right, you. If you roll a number equal to or lower than your cleric level, your deity intervenes. So, click where it says implore aid.
Okay.
You, like, having done this a few times before, reach out to Titan, and he says, "We've tried so hard to fix this, but we were unable in the past. Perhaps there is a way, but I need permission." And like Valyn stands up and her eyes are glowing yellow, like golden yellow, as she looks to the group, and in Titan's voice says, "I would need your aid."
Imagine how cool it would be if there was like both like a feminine and a masculine like voice speaking at the same time, and kind of like,
Yeah, I imagine
God.
Valyn's voice is also in there, but like Titan's voice just sort of booms over it.
Now, how would we go about helping?
What was that?
That what the angel said. How can we? How can you? What do you need help with?
How can we lend our aid?
I shall need use of your magical aptitudes.
All right.
And having heard that he has permission, Valyn's hand like reaches out, and you see this projection of like this glowing yellow hand that's like large over her hand as she like moves her hand from Mika to Anakur to Mitsuru to Graveheart for just a brief moment, and then you see it like face Valyn, and everybody's spell slots are all gone.
Oh.
As Valyn's hand reaches out, and this like massive orb of energy that is all of your spells that all of you have been channeling and ready to use for the day just drifts to the center of the room, takes the exact shape of this hole in reality, and then there's like a noise as everything around you begins to fucking shake. And as reality lurches around you, the swamp stabilizes, and the like as you all like come to a point of like being able to steady yourself again, you look where this hole was and it's gone, and Valyn is just holding her arm out and like back to normal.
Well, that was an
Interesting.
experience.
Whoa.
I feel like all of my magical doots have been dooted.
I don't feel any of my magical smites.
All my magic. And Belin's, all of her magic is gone too, right?
Oh yeah, everybody
Okay.
in the party has lost all of their spell slots for the day.
Thank you guys for your sacrifice.
Anytime.
It's a lot.
Hey, anything to
Now we
fix
can
the
now we-
great magical black hole.
Hey Rose, I got a little bit distracted with drawing. So basically, what happened is the thing is gone now. Or
Yes,
replaced.
so you channeled Titan. Titan took over your body. Titan took magic from everybody in the party, like all of their magical aptitude, all of their spell slots for the day. So everybody is feeling very drained now, including yours, and turned it into like a big ball of light that drifted into the hole in reality and sort of filled it up. And like as you come to Valin, the last thing you remember is channeling Titan asking for help, and then you blink and you just see you hold like your hand out in front of you, facing where the hole in reality was, but it's gone.
What did I miss? As she looked around the room where the thing was, and she looked at her friends for answers.
We got touched by an angel.
I think a little bit more aptly, your god inhabited your body and took our magical aptitude and turned that aptitude into an orb, and the orb filled the hole, and then the hole stopped being a hole.
Now I hope that's a permanent fix, not just a temporary.
Oh, thank
So was that holy or unholy?
Depending on the perspective.
Aha, aha.
I think it's unholy now.
Because it used to be a hole, now it's not.
Well, that was a great achievement on our end. We really did that, team. But, one, those people in that village are very more than likely going to head this way eminently if they are not already on the way. We don't know how mad Crab Dad was about losing his key to the Crab Shack, but we may have to deal with them. And just knowing how conniving and cock-headed those other guys are, I'm pretty sure they're going to have something. They're going to want to come check out why the swamp suddenly isn't as sucky as it was before.
Yeah, lock the door and walk away.
What was that?
Lock the door and walk away.
We can leave the key in there.
Yeah,
Check it in the swamp.
it rightfully belongs to the people, so let's just leave it here for them to find. I do feel a little bit guilty just leaving without explaining to them what fully happened.
I mean, to be fair, they were sacrificing people. We don't even know what.
I don't necessarily know if they were sacrificing people. I think the whole thing was just that these people believed winning the contest got you into Crab Hollow, and Crab Hollow was an escape.
Graveheart raises their hand and goes, Barbarian tribe member? They will likely try to kill us.
Yeah, given my experience with how isolated villages tend to not really think out these things. They may be mad that we have, in their eyes, closed the only way to escape this place.
Well, I guess let's find another escape route for them to make up for getting rid of this one, even though it wasn't an escape route. More like escape to death.
Well, on the previous topic of the cock-headed people with dragon heads that try to look as beautiful as I do, but they just can't. They have a wall, and that wall is a great place to point some anger, and or we take a quick rest. Well, not a quick rest. We gotta sleep. That's gonna have to happen at some point, but we gotta find some place that we can sleep safely. But once we are able to rightfully deal with it, that wall is probably our only way out of here in an easier sense, or with the possible magics of this place being back to the way it was, we may just be able to leave.
Isolde, being full-sized and hearing that, looks to Valin and says, "You should all be able to leave now. The draw of the Morass has been fixed. Titan saw to that."
Does that mean the people here can also leave?
They should be able to. The curse has been lifted.
Okay, so, all right, I have a crazy idea how we can prove to them that they can escape now. I mean, yes, they are going to be on our ass. As I think it'd be a good idea for them to think they're catching up to us, when in fact we're gonna go to where we came from when we came in here, and maybe that will show them that they're not trapped anymore. Is it making sense? Helen, like puts her finger on her cheeks and just thinks.
Long Whisker's gonna chime in and say, "No offense, but I've been here for a very long time, and I've seen what the people here are like. And I think our best bet is to get out of here, and I'm going to head for the forest to the southwest."
I will quickly lock the crab closed if I can get to the padlock and key. Like, did we toss it on the ground, or is someone holding it?
With the nature of the lock, I imagine the key is still inside of the lock since it's open. It's sort of like a padlock style thing, but like the key is very big and like lock like connects into the lock when you put it in, like one of the really old ones.
Oh, yeah. I will relock the crab then. Pull out the key and check into the swamp.
All right.
Now they just lost the key.
Yeah, why though? What was what any point was there to you throwing out that we literally did what we came here for? We don't need to cover up our tracks. We don't have anything to hide.
They won't know it's gone. It gives us.
We're trying not to. If we're trying not to piss these people off, locking their giant building and then throwing away the key is going to do exactly that.
I'm pretty sure they're already pissed off.
Onakor's gonna go get the key, go look for the fucking swamp key now.
Alright, go ahead and give me an investigation at advantage since you saw where he threw it.
Can Valen, like, help out?
Yes. Anyone who wants to look for the key can...
My passive investigation's a 19. Is that okay since I saw where he threw it?
Yeah. Annika just kind of like walks over and picks it up out of the murky, shitty-ass water.
Before it falls deep or goes deeper.
He's going to take the key, go up to Graveheart, wipe the key off on his outfit, unlock the crab thing, and just leave the lock and everything on the ground. Now we can go. All you're going to do is make more enemies of us. If we piss them off more, they might have a reason to still follow us. If we leave that open, they can see that it's open. They can see that they're possibly not trapped here anymore, and they can then make up what they want to do with their own shit. You just trying to make it harder for a group of people is annoying.
I thought I was slowing them down.
Nonaquist is going to take a deep breath and walk. Southwest, because Rat Lady said that she was going to the forest to the west, and we have to go to the south too.
Yeah, the entire time you guys are like going about all of that, she's been putting on these really big, squeaky, like gator boots.
Lashes.
Well, I'm glad to see someone here is equipped to travel through a swamp.
You stay someplace for 8 years, you kind of adjust.
I'm gonna be cleaning out my boots for a week.
Alright. So, is it safe to assume that everybody is going to begin heading southwest then?
Yes.
Yep.
I would
Can
like to see
Valen,
this
like,
mouse out.
scan the horizon, on the road to Swamp Bottom to see if there's anything coming?
It's, you know, at this point, I imagine it's probably about 8 something. So, like, it's hard to see much of anything that's not nearby as the moon's starting to come around. You mostly can see Long Whisker as she's holding up like a torch that has sort of an interesting smell to it. Anyone who's been around it before would recognize that it's citronella. And yeah, so to the southeast, you don't see anything, you know, at least no torches or anything like that.
Okay, we're safe. Far as the horizon can go.
But yeah, are you guys just gonna like march till you get to the forest, or?
I'd say it's probably marching until we get to the edge of the swamp and till Long Whiskers at her kind of like the crossroads where she's gonna go somewhere. And I mean, honestly, we might still end up trekking through the forest if that's the most direct way to the frontier.
As long as we get far away from angry townspeople.
Alright, I would say that it probably takes you about 3 hours to trek to the southwest and get to the edge of the swamp.
So it's dark by now.
Yeah, it's about 11:30 p.m. as you all wearily slosh out of the swamp and onto the first bit of like not wet grass in like a small field between the swamp and the trees of the forest nearby. Long Whisker just sort of like flops on her back as soon as there's dry land. Oh my god, everything's been so wet for so long.
I mean, hey,
Go
sorry.
ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, you can always write like a novel or something of your adventure, then and then maybe to see people are interested enough to read about those 8 years. I'm pretty sure the royalties you'll get will definitely make up for the longevity.
I don't know if anybody wants to hear about the sock-soaking, crab-filled adventures of somebody who was studying a swamp for 8 years. If anyone needs the story written, it's you all. You came in and fixed it in a day.
Write a textbook. I think that's what
Make
they're
it
called.
like historical, so that way it can last through the ages.
I'm still not entirely sure what all happened. You all seem different.
That's it's a kind way of putting that. I'll admit.
Different.
But I
how?
mean, coming from the angel.
Divine? Powerful? How does one put it?
Usually, I say stupid, because that's a lot of what happens when we're around. But I'm glad that we can do something a bit better for you. And I mean, you say it was us who came through and changed everything in a day, but hell, a day ago we didn't have a plan on how to get out of here, and if it wasn't for your help and information, hell, we'd still be lost in that swamp too. So, I gotta say, you were the little mouse that saved this group of adventurers, and in return, we did the same to you.
She kind of chuckles, but it's like squeaky, like because she's a mouse.
Because small. Well, I honestly think that it's a good time of any to take a rest for the night. We can find ourselves a dry clearing here in the trees, and we'll take watch. You can get yourself some rest. God knows 8 years in that place must have sucked, and so, but I think it'd be a good idea for us to take some rest, because I'm not too keen on not being able to doot any more doots, if you know what I'm talking about.
Would we still be able to use ritual castings? Or are they gone too until we rest?
All of your magical aptitude is gone for the day.
Okay.
I can't even play hot cross buns.
Oh, wait, what's that?
You know, I just said I can't play it, so I can't show you what that is.
Well, would it help if you described it? Maybe I'll like maybe my imagination will make up for it.
Anakur is going to be hopefully, like, it's been a while, but he's broken by this question. Like, he can't, it's a song about hot cross buns. I don't know how to describe it in any other way, but it's a song about hot cross buns. I can't play the song.
Long Whisker just goes, "Can we stop talking about buns? All I've eaten for the last 8 years is crab and swamp grass."
Would you like apples?
She like bolts up.
Well, it just so happens pulls out the 22-pound bag of apples.
we got
She's
more
gonna
than
eat
plenty.
like an obscene amount of apples. Like she probably chews through like a half a pound of your apples at least, if not a full
Please.
pound.
Let her eat her body weight in apples and pass out and go into a glorious apple seed coma.
She is in a full like she is out cold.
Well, I guess we could send her some more apples on her way when we separate.
Oh, I'm sure she'd appreciate it. Let's so who's gonna take who's gonna take watch? First watch.
I could take first watch.
Okay. I'm just unless we're able to sleep for more than 8 hours, I am unless we're able to take a decent and long enough rest where I'd be able to rest 8 hours, I need to take the full 8 hours so I can get my spell slots back. Same with Valin.
Yeah, oh my. Lynn will take a second watch.
Sounds like a plan.
So how long do we want the watches to be? Are you just doing 2 8-hour watches and waiting for 16 hours, or?
I think if we do a 10-hour break with 2-hour watches, that way I could also still do a watch and get 8 hours.
Okay, so we've got Gisela, Valin. Okay, so if Valin is gonna get hurt, okay.
You got this, hun.
I don't think Valin can be second if she needs 8 hours. Because if there's 10 hours, there's 5 of you. If everybody takes a watch, that's 2 hours per watch. Gisela first, Valin second. There's 3 people left, that's only 6 hours.
Does that make consecutive hours of sleep?
Does I'm not sure.
Because if it's not, then my initial plan still could hold with somebody taking a 2-hour, waking someone up after they've had 2 hours of rest, and then
Okay, so in a day you need to sleep at least 6 hours, but... Oh wait, that's not... What the fuck?
you looking up real life stuff?
I didn't think I was. Okay, long rest is never mandatory, but going without has its consequences. If you want to account for the effects of sleep deprivation, whenever you end a 24-hour period without finishing long rest, yeah, no, it doesn't say anything about it. What is it? Your cleric spell recovery just says that you do it at the end of a long rest, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I've never been in this situation before, so I suppose that, yeah, that will just say that it works. You know, as long as you're getting your 8 hours of rest, we'll call it good.
Thank you, Rose.
I just
Sorry for
'cause
that.
it's like it is 8 hours, but it like in my head that's like you took a short rest and then you took like almost a long rest, but I can see how it could be both ways. So
I get you.
yeah. So we'll just roll with what's easier then. Okay, so we got Gisela, Valin. What's the last three?
I'll take one.
I'll do it in the middle of the night since I have or the darkest period of the night since I've got the goggles of the owl.
Okay. So probably right dab in the middle then. So Giselle, Valin, Graveheart, Annika, Mika.
Sounds good.
All right. Why don't we just knock it out right away? Everybody go ahead and give me perception check at disadvantage, each of you, for each of your watches.
Perception.
Disadvantage.
Fuck.
There it is.
Oh, disadvantage. Shit, sorry.
Yakers.
As far as you're all aware, it was a very quiet night, aside from the tuckered out snoring.
And maybe the occasional cicada.
Yeah, and frogs. There's probably a lot of frogs. You know, dragon, like bugs flying all over the place, mosquitoes.
Oh, fun.
You are right by a swamp.
I can imagine we got pretty well bitten. At least some of us. With thin skin.
Yeah, I'm sure you all are plenty chewed up by mosquitoes.
Damn it.
I thought Homegirl was rocking that citronella torch, and we've had at least 2 blocks of citronella wax that we bought from the people on the stairs.
There's just that many mosquitoes.
Damn.
And they just got
These are hood
they just
mosquitoes, man.
They just got released on the world too. They've been stuck here.
And they're fresh out the pen. Damn. Damn.
Wow. Oh. We're just making all sorts of choices, huh?
Yeah, you were their first free meal.
Did we just release diseases into the world?
No, we released a world of diseases onto this swamp.
I mean, it was cut off for 8 years. Who knows? Something new might have germinated.
If not longer. That's how long our little mouse friend was here.
Yellow fever spreading throughout the world now.
No. Have we done?
Uh-oh.
Malaria.
But yeah, as you all awaken, your mouse friend, Long Whisker, is getting her stuff together. She starts to say her goodbyes to you all and says, I'm going to head towards that city out on the lake up there. See if I can't find a way back home.
If you see a person named Giddy, uh, I don't know, treat you right, help you out. You know, maybe he'll help you if you say that we told you to seek him out there.
All right. I'll see if I can hunt him down while I'm there.
And before you go, she she hands over some apples, as many as she can carry on her own.
Yeah, she'll dump 3 pounds of apples from your bag into her bag.
You
Well,
take
good
care.
luck.
Take care.
What's the map look like now? Where are we close to?
Well, Valen, she pulls out her map. So my estimate, we are right here. As she points to a place that's above outposts on the other side of the river. Can we see the river from this far, or at least the sound of it?
I imagine you're close enough to hear the river. You're probably not able to see it really from where you're at. Just Long Whisker knew the city was out there on the lake, but you probably can't see it from here really, out other than maybe a little dot really far on the horizon. I don't think that you can see it to the south. It would be a clear shot to the southeast to see it, but it's far enough away that it's on or past the horizon for you.
Okay.
But you can hear it in the distance to your south.
Should we head?
Three.
I forgot to do that too.
Yep, everybody make sure to take a long rest. And I heard Graveheart trying to say something. What were you trying to say there, Graveheart?
Should we head that way and point to the sound of the water?
Is he pointing? Is that way south?
The sound of the water would be to the south, correct?
Then yeah.
To the south we go.
Alright, the party starts gathering up their things. Did you want to, like, walk along the edge of the forest, or, like, go through the forest? How are you wanting to?
The edge would be safest.
Yeah. I feel
That
like
way,
the
if we needed
edge
to,
would
we
be
could. That way, if we needed to, we could duck into the forest to hide from anyone trying to come and kill us, or fly down and eat us.
Alright, so you all kind of, like, track along the edge of this little, like, cropping of trees. It's about an hour hike to the south. The whole way is like this sort of like rocky grass field. There's like long grass up to like your waists. It kind of like waves in the wind. You see that like between where the swamp ends and the field begins, there's like shorter grasses, a lot of cattails and stuff. There's just some big rocks in that like zone between, and as you're like on the outside looking in from like this angle, it's almost like a layered cake, like where like you can see that as like the Bia shifted, like the energy pulled in further and further. Like you can almost see the residual various terrains that used to exist here at different times as the Bia shifted. But anyway, as about an hour passes, heading south along the edge of this forest, you eventually make it to the river. The sound of the river getting just increasingly louder as you get closer, and it's to those that know the geography of the area, at least Valin, you maybe Gisela, you know that the Doom Spire is where all this water originates from, and there's a huge waterfall there. Yeah, I just kind of assumed you packed it back up afterwards.
Okay.
just wrapped it up and stored it.
But yeah, as you all get to the other side of the forest, the river has this sort of like sandy beach sort of stretch between the like terrain behind you and the river itself, and there's some larger rocks in this river, and like there's some like hardcore rapids going on. Everybody make sure you're sitting up straight.
So you said that there's hardcore rapids nearby. Is there any place around the rapids that could be used as like stepping stones or some way that might be passable, either with or without like some terrain adjustment.
Graveheart has carried us before, one by one. Or at least me. I can't remember if it was just me.
I will say, as you
And I have
scan,
Hypnos.
as you scan up and down, there does seem to be like a stretch, sort of down here that it's a little thinner, and you could probably like hop across on the larger rocks there, if you wanted to try that, or you could try carrying each other across. I will say that, for like size idea, this is probably like a mile across.
Are there any downed logs in good condition?
I mean, you're near a forest, so I imagine there could be one somewhere nearby.
Thinking maybe turn it into a canoe?
We need to do a river raft. That'd be cool.
Oregon Trail.
What is the Oregon Trail?
Sorry, that was out of character.
Might be able to find a canoe that would be big enough for all of us.
So realistically, making a canoe is gonna take you a hot minute. You could, like I said before, hop across on rocks. There's a stretch sort of like maybe 30 minutes away where you can see downriver, where you could probably hop across larger rocks to get across the river. Acrobatics there. Or you could probably sit and take an hour and like ferry everybody across on mounts and carrying.
Oh, what's the depth of the river, and how tall is Isode again?
The river is very deep. Remember that this is the same river that full-blown sea boats come down to take people to Riverport. This part, boats haven't come up here, A, because the water flows towards Riverport from here, but also because the rapids and shit here are so hard to navigate through. So depth-wise, it is very deep. If you wanted to navigate it with a boat, you are going to have a very hard time, even if you put a canoe together. If you want to hop across, you better not fall in.
I would be able to help fly people across, but I don't know how that would. Flashbacks to previous attempts. Wings.
What if we go to the thinnest point?
That sounds ideal.
And then those of us who can fly can take people over. If they don't think they can jump it.
I'm all for ferrying people across. I know I'm not going to even remotely chance falling into a large body of water. I've seen what resides in bodies of water, and my body is not going to be what's in there. So I'm flying.
Your spirit of adventure.
I'll drown you.
Ow, that hurt. I sneezed.
No, don't worry. I don't want to swim in that either.
That looks particularly dangerous to swim in that. And my wings wouldn't be able to work properly. They got soaking wet.
Yeah, I'm not a duck. Shall we go then?
Yes.
And I begin walking toward the. Yeah, I do. Toward
And then
the.
I follow right behind him.
Alright, so you all walk into where the river is thinnest nearby. That takes about 30 minutes. Because there's not too much in your way. And there's not like an actual like bridge or anything, but there's a lot of rocks here. And as you guys get closer, you can actually see that there are like some kids from the outpost kind of like hopping around on rocks out here and like throwing rocks and sticks into the water and stuff. There's like one kid fishing.
Well, if it's safe enough for kids, it's safe enough for adults.
Staying
hope so.
safe enough for kids and seeing that there is not a single supervising adult out here making sure that this is safe. It's a wrong statement. This is entirely too dangerous. Why do you think kids are doing it?
Because they're young and they just want to have fun before the harsh realities of the world hits them.
And children have a secret magical force field put on them by God that if you don't react to them, nothing bad happens to them. As long as you don't make a fuss about it, they're okay. You drop a baby from a third-story window, if you don't make a noise, it's gonna be an okay baby.
It bounces right back up.
On the core, I don't think that's how it works.
How would you know?
I've been alive for a while.
Have you had a baby?
No, but I don't think that's how it works.
I mean, I did see one family push from the tree to teach them to fly, and it wasn't pretty afterwards.
Did it go kersplat?
Well, both her legs were broken, and one wing.
Oh, so that sounds really rough.
Anakor is gonna get on Hypnos.
I feel like
Anakor
I
is
would've
above
witnessed-
this.
I feel like I would have witnessed young goblins jumping into lava pits to see how long they could last, not come back out.
You all watch as Onakur, like the owl that's generally hanging around him, gets like sizes up, gets big. Onakur hops on its back and flies over the river.
I offered to carry Mika. Once the cloud cover
Most,
enough that I can see.
most definitely. I don't think I can make it across without it.
I mean, I bet you're probably better than some of the kids that are playing here.
Anakor is, though, going to be hovering like at a midpoint because if Valin is going to try and make this jumping course, he knows that there is going to need to be something there. So he's going to be waiting just in case a feather fall needs to be cast.
And I will go last just to make sure.
I think I got it this time. As she like her like eyes starts lighting up and the wings just start flapping as she uses her radiant soul just get across the river.
Valin's wings fill with strength, and she's able to fly. momentarily.
I will also, after I see her get across, I will make sure everyone else gets across. Then I will hopefully get across myself.
I think the big thing is, can Valin fly a mile in a minute?
Well, wouldn't it be closer to half a mile at this point?
Yeah, it would probably be. So let's see. What's your movement?
I think it was 40 feet with the bangle.
Okay, 40 feet with the bangle. So 80 in one round. Every round is what, 6 seconds?
Yes.
10 rounds.
So 10
10 rounds is a minute.
So she can move 400 feet, but a mile is 5,280 feet.
Half a mile is 2640. You'd need 66 rounds to get across, I think.
So Valin's transformation
33.
would not be enough.
Okay.
You'd have to land halfway there. Or, well, not even halfway.
I was gonna say that you do have options on this. We can either say Valin knew it wouldn't be enough, and you can keep your Radiant Soul to use later, or you can use your Radiant Soul, get like what? Not like halfway, but part of the way.
Almost a fourth of the way there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna say just like Flynn, like she considers her options and how much and the time that she has available for the spell, and she's like, "You know what? Never mind. I don't want to be flying and then dropping into water."
You could try hopping the stones, and if you start to fall, grow your wings then.
I will do that. Just, I don't know. Please help me. In if I trip over a rock or an air, because we all know my history with falling.
Anakor has an idea. Anakor ties a rope around, or offers to tie a rope around Valin's waist, and while carrying Mika, help Valin jump from rock to rock without hopefully drowning.
You mean Graveheart?
Did you mean Graveheart?
Yes, I did. Did I?
You said on a core.
Projecting much?
I was like, I don't remember saying you could play my character.
Well, I've almost said Androx a few times too tonight.
I think I did last time, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay. So Mika had already said yes to being carried. You want to tie a rope to yourself. Okay, I'm gonna need you to make an athletics check for carrying both of them.
Well, it was more act as a skyborn anchor to keep her from falling into the river while she's jumping.
Yeah, I mean I got what you meant, but I think that I'm gonna need like athletics from.
Holy! Never mind, we're all dead.
I was gonna ask, would I be able to help fly her across? I just don't. I can't find my.
Isn't yours the same thing as hers, where it's you don't.
That's what I'm trying to find.
Yeah, I believe it's the same thing. It's something soul, and it lasts for like a minute. I know we've RP'd you flying great distances before, but that was with the power from your god. So
like I'm trying to find it, I just can't find it in my abilities or anything.
I mean, yes, but I was gonna let her figure that out.
Oh, I was thinking Anacord might go, wait, the unicorn's feet never touch the ground.
God damn it.
Do you mean Graveheart?
Are you trying to be? Do you want to be me again? Me? Do you want to be me today?
I have not been feeling well lately, and my brain is scrambled. So yeah.
Yes.
Graveheart would go, wait a minute. Your horse's feet never touch the ground.
Isolde.
Yes.
We need help to get across the river. Would you come on, Ashley? Would you be willing to help us get across?
Only the pure of heart may ride me, but I can carry you across for sure, Valin.
What if I'm on you and then I carry someone in my arms? Would that make it I don't know what I'm asking. Would it be possible to carry someone while you carry me?
They would have to be small for you to carry them while riding me. I mean, but I think that...
Am I pure of heart?
I think that they would still need to be pure of heart.
Am I pure of heart?
The unicorn will, like, get down for, like, Mika to try and, like, ride on it.
I will try.
Does Mika feel pure of heart?
I feel like I am. Like, I could have stolen that dagger and I didn't. I only stole the key to help everybody.
So you all watch as Mika hops up onto Isolde and is now on Isolde's back.
Woo!
Oh my god, this is so cool!
I'm aesthetic now.
Yeah, you should be.
Yep.
We shall ride together. All three of us.
Braveheart would be willing to assist. Not the right name. We have a Griselda in the party.
Gisela.
Gisela, yeah, Griselda.
I have a find steed spell, but I don't know.
The rocks would be just acrobatics.
And I'm still ready and willing to use a spell to save somebody from falling.
Because my special self cannot find my fly ability. But Because I'm reading Find Steed right here.
If you go under your features, and then should be bright light. Huh. Maybe you don't have that, because it looks like you have something called radiant consumption.
Yeah, so that's the spell that I was looking for last time, and I was just not reading it properly, or reading it at all. It was the one that I was that I would have used on the crabs.
So starting at 3rd level, you use your action to unleash divine energy within yourself, causing a searing light to radiate from you, pour out of your eyes and mouth, and threaten to char you. Your transformation lasts for 1 minute until you end it as a bonus action, during which you shed bright light, 10-foot radius, dim for another 10. At the end of your turns, any creatures within 10 feet of you take radiant damage, equal to half your level rounded up. In addition, once on each of your turns, you can deal extra radiant damage to one target when you deal damage to it with an attack or a spell. The extra radiant damage is equal to your level, and once you use this trait, you can't use it again until you finish long rest. So yeah, that's your equivalent to Valin's Radiant Soul.
I'm just trying to see. If I were to cast Find Steed, that help me in any...
I don't think a horse is going to help you across this, if that's what it does.
Well, it gives me a choice of a direwolf, an elk, a camel, or a horse.
Or a mastiff or a pony.
I'm looking at like its stats and stuff, and apparently, if I have, I guess, a 4+ spell slot, it gains a fly speed of 60 feet.
Okay, well, if you want to expend a 4th level spell slot so that you can create a flying steed, by all means.
And it's gonna be a dire wolf.
If you take Find Greater Steed, you can summon a griffin, a pegasus, a puritan, a rhinoceros, and a saber-toothed tiger. Sounds like a makeup for the Power Rangers.
I don't know why it's giant.
Is this new 5e stuff, or...
It's just in my spells.
I'm gonna have to
Legacy
look over your stuff and make sure it's Legacy.
Legacy doesn't have the Find Greater Steed.
Okay.
Find Steed.
Because it did come up, like, this is really weird how it came up. I've never seen anything pop up like that.
It also says that the GM can decide that other animals can be summoned.
Okay, well, since it has a fly speed, and Gisela requested Direwolf, let's see.
Celestial direwolf.
Celestial Direwolf. Oh, a large.
It said
celestial
choose-
Fae or fiend.
Yeah,
Okay.
Celestial Fae or Fiend.
So, this like dire wolf made out of like stars, sort of similar to like what flatlining brain.
I'm sorry to confuse it.
Honaker's owl friend, whose name is eluding me at the moment.
Hypnos.
Yes, Hypnos. So this celestial direwolf sort of looks like Hypnos a little bit, except for it's like just straight up night sky. There's no forest in there, and it sort of twists and swirls inwards across like a blue surface, and it has like these cute little wings near its shoulders, and okay, we're gonna have to go over your character sheet at some point then, John, to make sure that you're in line with everybody else. But yeah, we'll say that you summoned this sort of like night sky looking celestial direwolf, and you now have something to ride across the river. And I think with that, everybody is able to make it across safely.
We're a bit closer to the outpost, right?
Yeah, as you all like come over the river and land on the other side, all of the kids are like, "Whoa!" at all of your like mounts and your like armor and stuff, like adventurers. But the outpost is within sight to the west. You imagine like a 15-20 minute walk.
It'll be nice to see some friendly faces at the outpost again. I'll be sure to, if there's anyone I recognize, I'll be sure to introduce you all to them.
And it would probably do me good to be able to sit down and write a quick message.
How long
Definitely
ago was it?
figure out what's been happening around here, too. It's been a while.
How long ago was I here with the previous group?
It has been about a month.
It's been a while since I've been here. Last time it was very... I want to say... dangerous, for lack of better words?
Oh, that's the adventure that you said that my brother was on, right?
Yes. This is where we actually met, over in Riverport. Now, where they ended up after I left them, I do not know. I hope they're all doing okay.
Well, civilization sounds like a good place to head to.
All right. So
I would like to see... Oh,
if you're all in agreement, then it, like I said, it takes about 15 to 20 minutes to get to the outpost. So I imagine you're getting there just short of noon.
What's the mood in at the outpost currently?
Almost seems like the last time Valen was here. There's some more people here than before, but like everything seems normal. Um, the children are like watching you from the trees nearby. Um, you can hear the sound of the windmill creaking to the north side of the town. There's like a group of people singing from the tavern, and like a water wheel kathunks in the little creek running off of the river to the southwest.
Lynn like gives like a wave to the kids, recognizing that they're watching her, the group.
They all cheer, run into the woods, and then you can hear them hitting sticks against things.
Nice. Kid shit.
It's good to see that there's some life back in the village, or this outpost.
Once we're like kind of closer by, Anakor is going to kind of step away from the group and take out the quill to write a letter to, or write an airmail to a bay.
We just got a lead.
Yeah, there's like as you're like coming in from the west, it's like you come into like the back 40 of like the tavern, and it's kind of like up on a little like not like there's like a like a ledge that's it's not really like a cliff or anything. Like the tavern's slightly raised, but like down behind the tavern where there's like a little like shoaly grassy area, there's a couple of like picnic benches and stuff, and like there's like cigarettes put out all over the place, and you can definitely tell that like people from the tavern come here like when they get kicked out of the tavern or to eat sometimes or whatever.
BRB.
So it's literally like a picnic area, I guess you could say.
Like right behind a bar.
Okay.
Minus syringes potentially.
Thank God for that. Is there anything that looks out of place there?
No. But there is a good place for Onakur to have a sit down to write his message. Everybody make sure you're drinking water.
Lynn, like, she points
gonna-
over to their... Oops, sorry.
You're good. I was just responding to the water comment. You're good.
But Lynn, like, points over to the location, and she's just like, hey, Onakur, that looks like a nice area that you could just write down. Make sure that no one bothers you.
He will nod and head off in that direction, and I'm gonna send you the message, Rose.
Okay.
I had to type it out so I could make sure it's within 25 words.
And if you would be so kind as to also give me like what you think she would respond with outside of location details, because I'll provide those.
Oh well, you'll see because I'm gonna send you the message. Pretty much, I would only think that she would respond. She's just gonna respond back with, "Oh, don't worry, I got you." I'll send you the message and then I'll give you a quick little. I think she would respond this way type thing. Doop-doop. But once Anakur does like write out in the air essentially, because you said you just have to write it like on the air essentially, he's gonna kind of just sit in that clearing area and just kind of have a moment to himself. One, he wants to see if he'll get a response back, like quickly or not. But two, he kind of just wants to take in the sereneness of the. It's been a while since he's had a moment to actually like just enjoy his surroundings.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably almost immediately that you get the response back, and she goes, "Yeah, no worries, lizard man. I'm in a place with pink trees near a big tree."
Okay, and from the map, would he be able to remember based off of what we have on the map where that would be?
Yeah, you'd imagine it's to the southwest near the like giant tree. There's a bunch of cherry
Okay.
trees that are denoted on the map, in a place called Cherry Town. So even if you like don't see the trees on the map, the fact that there's a town called Cherry Town, and you know, if you know anything about cherries, cherry blossoms are pink.
Yeah. He'll definitely have like a sigh of relief. Like he'll definitely be like at ease a bit. He was really worried. One, he was worried that he wouldn't get a response back. But two, he was worried that he might have gotten yelled at, even if he was told that the person may have been more concerned, like worried about me than upset. Onakur is not very wise in those ways, so it was getting to him.
Hey, Anakin,
He'll
are you able? Oops, sorry.
Well, I was just about to say, like after he got his message back, he would chill out there for a little bit, but he would probably spend a little bit outside, and like you guys could probably have time to head towards the outpost, and he'd be right behind you.
Okay.
So yeah, as Anakur is having his moment, writing his messages, what did everybody else want to be doing as you approach the outpost?
I want to go to the inn and check up on the people that live and work there. I'm gonna be honest, I did forget their names, but Valen wants to, she wants to check up on them and say hi.
I do not remember their names either. I do remember though. I have them in the other campaign, but I have to shut this to open that up. So, that being said, I know it is a small halfling woman and her wife, a human woman. They're in their like mid 30s, tending the place. They have a big, scruffy dog, white and gray fur, that's sleeping on the porch as you come in, and they greet you and say, "Hey, it's been so long, Valen."
How are you and the inn been holding up?
Oh, we had a huge influx of people. There was a dragon that attacked Riverport, and everybody sort of fled.
Oh shit! It's okay. Is everyone okay? And I'm sorry. I'm just like my brain is going at a mile a minute with so many questions. Just whoo. Okay. Has the dragon been taken care of? Or, I mean, is the dragon still around?
It seems like it's been taken care of. There's a group of folks that came through and helped out with it. I think that they ended up fighting it near that big tree to the south. At least that's how the story's gone. Little mousy lady, guy looked kind of like you, redheaded girl, half-elf lady, I think, real ragtag crew.
You said there was someone that looked like me?
Yeah, I didn't meet him personally, but he's been helping fix things up over in Riverport.
Yeah, that actually might be my brother Trey. I'm glad to hear that the group that him and the group that he's with has been helping you guys.
Yeah, I mean, ever since the dragon's been gone, things have been pretty well here. Although there's rumors about shadowy figures to the south.
Shadowy figures?
Oh, sure.
Oh.
Yeah, people in purple robes, dark purple robes with eyes on the hoods.
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah. Just communicate to everyone that you see to stay away from those shadowy figures. They are dangerous.
You don't have to tell me twice. I don't
Make
imagine
sure that-
anybody's gonna go seeking them out.
I don't know. Might have to keep an eye on some of the kids. They thought us across the river with some magic that we have, and they got pretty excited.
They're going crazy out there. They've been setting up forts in the woods and stuff. Ever since the big dragon thing, they all talk about being adventurers.
As long as they're smart about it, then full ship ahead.
Well, did you need a meal or a drink at all, Valen?
Yeah, I mean my new friends and I, although they're not new to me, but they'll be new to you. But yeah, we definitely would like to have a place to stay and something to eat. And hey, I'll introduce you to all of them. They're definitely no one from the prior group I was with is with me now.
Well, sure. Bring them all through. We'll give you a round on the cheap.
Oh, thank you.
Whatever happens, you just make sure you're staying safe out there.
I mean, I may have fallen in lava for a moment. Just oh, there's a lot of dangerous things we've been going through. That's kind of hard to keep track of.
I don't even know how to respond to that, Valen.
I wouldn't either if I was in your shoes. She like chuckles.
But I imagine at this point, you'd go to grab your friends. So as Valen's having this conversation, Oniker's sending his message. What did the other three members of the party want to be up to?
I likely went in and sat at the bar to drink.
All right.
I would have followed in, not immediately, but because I would have been looking around the village, or not. I keep saying village, the outpost.
Yeah, it's basically a small little village at this point.
I would have been like looking around to see how it's come in the month that I was last here and visited under better circumstances now.
Yeah, everything seems like pretty good. Like there's kids running around like crazy and people working fields. There's some grown people actually fishing, like net fishing further up that you can see. And like there's some people milling grain at the windmill. The one guy that sticks out like a sore thumb is there's this weird ass dude that is like hanging around the watermill. That he's wearing like it almost looks like he's wearing armor, but it's made out of like blackened bark. But he's not really doing anything. Like he's just like poking around like the outskirts of town near the watermill, like in the woods and then out of the woods. Like it's hard to tell what he's up to.
Just looking suspicious.
Kinda, not like purposefully suspicious, but like he looks like he's doing something with purpose, but you can't tell what he's doing. So it's kind of suspicious because you're like, what the fuck is that guy doing?
Yeah. Especially seeming how everything went last time we were here. Well, after seeing that, she would then walk into the inn. Not the rest of, I don't know if everyone walking in. Just after Graveheart.
Alright, and what did Mika want to do?
I'm just gonna follow the others. I don't.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, everybody's already in the bar, kinda, at that point. So, the only one that still sort of needed to file in is Onakur. So it's like Valin like turns around to go and get him. I imagine that's the point where like he comes to kind of meet back up with the party, after having taken a moment to himself to just kind of like meditate. So like Valin, as you like go out the like this place has that like swinging like Wild West style entry, like half door thing going on. Onakur like walks up and you guys are like just face to face.
Dude, the innkeeper here said that she did say that she'll cover the expenses.
She said she'd give you guys a round on the cheap.
Round on the cheap, okay. Yeah. She said that she's gonna give us a round, cheap round on the house for our group. You up for that?
Yeah, I think I've had enough time with myself outside.
Are you feeling a lot better now, Onakur? I mean, I know you just said what you said, but I just want to check up on you, Fred.
Oh yeah, I'm relieved. Yeah, I'm relieved. I'm good.
We can always talk about it while we're drinking.
I don't know if I'm gonna get that drunk.
So So as everybody pulls up to the bar, the little halfling lady says, "Yeah, since we know y'all and sounds like you're related to the people that done help us out, we'll give you. Everybody can have a pint of our finest ale at a copper apiece. We're talking that like just barely scraping under 10% stuff."
Would they recognize me?
I don't think you came through here.
Yeah, I think
I
it was
can't
just
remember.
we came by. You traveled by here, but never close
That's
enough
right.
to actually
Yeah.
go. It was me and friend Bay and Bay's friend that went up to it.
Okay.
Bay and Winlith.
Winless, that was the other name I couldn't remember.
Don't worry, you weren't the only one.
You know it's bad when
I played
the
her.
person playing her says it. So yeah, for anybody that is wanting 1 copper pint of ale, it is like really nice stuff, and it's like dwarven made probably, like because it's pretty hard. There's like a hint of like pear, cinnamon, kind of hoppy a little bit.
I'm going to request 4 pints for myself, and I'm going to pay with a silver piece and just tell them to keep the rest.
Anybody else wanting a drink?
Graveheart purchases.
Lynn's gonna purchase a pint too. She's just like, you know what? I'm still young. I still got a lot of choices and mistakes to make. I'll try one.
I'll take a shot.
Oh god, a pint is Mika's head.
Yeah,
Mika is going to swim in this beer.
as Mika gets her ale, like it's like you have to hold it with both hands.
Just a warning, guys. I'm a lightweight.
I know, I've carried you before.
I will not drink.
I imagine you watch as your friends all proceed to get fairly sloshed.
Yeah, I'll be there to watch it.
I only purchased one.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
So as you are all, as you are all now at least partially inebriated, what would you like to do from here? As 4/5 of the party is now at least slightly drunk.
Anakor is plastered. Anakor is not slightly drunk. Anakor has pounded 4 pints of ale and is currently just drunkenly making merry.
Get a room at the inn.
I don't know if it's the drink, but I could use some like
The wives chuckle at you all, and they say, "Yeah, we'll set up a room for y'all, and it'll come with breakfast for 10 silver."
yes,
Design-
please.
This
You also
is-
need us some cheesecake.
What were you trying to say, Gisela?
Oh, I was just gonna say, everyone else is drunk. I will be the one that'll pay the 10 silver.
All right.
Look, Graveheart only had 1 ale.
Yeah, but it's fairly strong. You can
Ow.
make a Constitution save if you'd like, if you want to figure out whether or not it affected you at all. But I did also say
How
that most
badly?
of you are just slightly drunk. I
Yeah.
don't imagine that any kind of ale is going to make. Oh,
Never mind.
you're tipsy. Some good shit.
And that's one of my 2 good saves.
That's how you know it was good shit.
Yeah.
Anakor is currently playing Freebird on a pan flute.
How would I take out 10 silver?
You can just be able to go into your inventory, go up to your silver amount, however much you have, and just minus 10 from it.
Or if you don't have silver, just 1 gold is 10 silver.
I was about to say, all I have is 59 gold.
Yeah, so
No.
minus from your gold and then get the silver back or whatever, depending
Well-
on amounts.
Since it's 10, it's 1 gold.
Yeah.
Okay, then
I
yeah, I'll
was
just
just saying.
hand over 1 gold.
I was just saying in like other situations, like if they were at a shop or something.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, so they give you a key and says it's up, 2nd floor. It's all the way at the end of the hallway.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
And as Onaker is like going hard on the pan flute, there's another very drunk man wearing his sackcloth pants on his head, air pan fluting next to Onaker.
This is my natural habitat.
Encore, encore.
No, my name's Anakor. You're not saying it right.
While they're doing that, like Willin is like starting to start a sermon about there is now a new god here in our world, and their name is Titan.
Anakor's just drunk enough that he might start throwing beer at Belen.
Yeah, you start like preaching, and there's a guy at the counter that just goes, "Whiskey now."
She like hears that and it's like, okay, I'm gonna go harder.
Do it!
And like
Titan.
every new sentence that comes out of Valin's mouth, he taps the bar and gets another shot of whiskey. He's just like he's getting like whiskey and like lemon. He's just like there's just a pile of like lemon skins on the table, like and like 5 turned over shot glasses, and he's face down on the table at this point. By the time that Valin finishes,
Sir, you don't need to drink alcohol anymore. Too much is bad for you. Maybe the way of Titan will save you.
I'm gonna roll a Constitution save to see whether or not this puts me to sleep.
Graveheart goes up and pokes the guy that's asleep on the table. They're unconscious on the table. He's dead.
Not if I have anything to say about it. She like sifts through her pack to find some like diamond dust.
No, don't waste it.
you just hear the guy grumble, "I left Zelk to get away from the religious people. Everywhere I go."
Anakor is now passed out on a bench.
On a bench.
I'm gonna
I
try to
think-
climb up on the counter and dance.
Hell yeah. Give me a performance check well, first, give me a athletics or acrobatics check, and then we'll go from there. You are struggling to get on the table.
Okay, in drunken mother mode, Graveheart is going to grab Mika and start walking up to the room.
Lynn like just still like hovering around like the drunk guy, just like, please tell me your story. Like who or just what just made you detest religion so much. I want to help you even if it's not religiously.
How's Mika responding to Graveheart trying to take her to the room?
I'm fighting. I'm struggling.
Grapple! Athletics.
Like, I'm on a plane.
acrobatics.
Ah, you can do it.
And as Valin asks that question, the guy at the table goes, "Because of people like you!" And then he gets up and fucking tries to stumble out of the bar, falls, like, slides underneath the, like, door, and then, like, climbs up and stumbles, like, down the road.
Sir, you're drunk. It's too dangerous to go out alone.
Have a good night, Anakura.
Good night, Annika. Take
Good
care.
night.
Good night.
So, like, yeah, it is a battle for the ages between Mika and Graveheart. As, like, Graveheart, you, like, brace down, like, trying to hold her hard as possible, but she's squirming around and doing that thing like kids in cartoons where she's, like, climbing all over you and shit, and, like, just somehow you're just barely able to hold on to her as he drags you drunkenly to the room for the night, Mika.
And then tucks Mika in tightly.
I'm gonna start falling asleep, hitting that pillow.
Okay. I was gonna say survival check to tie her in tuck style. Yeah, Graveheart lays Mika down in a very comfy cotton bed.
Oh, that's expensive.
Yeah, this is a very cottage core place.
I mean, expected
like-
straw to be the good bed.
There's like bouquets hanging in the windows, like from the ceiling drying out. There's fresh flowers in the rooms. There's like bread on the table in the room when you get there, and like a pitcher of water and some glasses. But as your drunken compatriots disappear, Valin, it is now just you and an asleep Onaker in the dining hall. And, well, just, Gisela, did you go to bed yet, or?
No, she was sitting at the bar, not drinking, just watching her Patriots, making sure nothing too bad happened.
So you're just kind of watching Valin fall over herself, and Onaker is asleep on a bench right now.
Good ladies, do you have a blanket for my friend? He's gonna freeze to death. And he doesn't have any fur.
Well, perhaps one of you, maybe your sober friend here, could carry him up to the room.
I was about to say, I'll carry him up to his room.
Are we in a
Put him away.
common room?
Well, was it? You paid for one room, right?
I probably would have paid for all the rooms.
Okay. They have. I'd say they have 5 rooms available, so it's 5 gold.
I will just take away 4 more gold.
Okie dokie. So yeah, then
Okay.
everybody has a room.
I will take him to his room.
So yeah,
I will
Valin,
then.
you are the final person at the bar as you watch Gisela carry Onaker, like bridal style, up the stairs.
She's like seeing that she's being left behind. She's like slowly starts to make her. Well, she tries to take steps on the stairs, but I can imagine. I don't know. I want her to struggles getting up the stairs.
I mean, you're tipsy, but you're like you're not like plastered. You don't have a lot of experience with like alcohol, but like there's a handrail, and so like while your ankles struggle, you physically make it up the stairs without any trouble, really.
Okay, that's
Outside of an insane fear of rolling an ankle.
good. Maybe an insane fear of falling too.
But we will close as everybody makes it to a room, and you all pass out at what's probably about 2 p.m. for y'all.
And likely wake up the next morning sometime.
Yeah, I mean, we could do checks if you want and see how long it takes you all to wake up when we pick up again, you know? Because I imagine, like, Mitzer is gonna, like, not even need to sleep, or Gisela's not even gonna need to sleep. Like,
Not until the normal time.
she's got a whole day to herself to do whatever the fuck she wants, really. So yeah, like, I'm sure it'll be like a sort of like shopping episode almost, but like not really. As we figure out when everybody like sleeps off their drink, you know.
Rose, I was half tempted as that guy was leaving the bar. I was half tempted to have Valin say, "Hey, here, don't take this," as he like Or no, more like, it's dangerous to go alone, take this!
Take
And she, like,
this.
throws, like, a holy symbol of Titan. I was almost tempted to do that.
I feel like Gisela would go to the go to Riverport to see how that would.
Will Lynn get kicked out of a bar. Alright, well, thank you all for playing. Thank you to anybody who's watching either on Twitch or YouTube later on the VODs. We appreciate y'all. If you're watching on either, remember like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And have a good one until we see you next time.
Bye.
Boy. So,
Bye.